Mountain Point. Hear the roar, we're coming through. Maroon and gold, you know what to do. Pride so strong, it's got that lion's bite. Say it loud. Mountain Point, ignite, ignite. We've got the groove, the moves, the funky beats. Driven by the drum, it's in the street. Step in time, feel the rhythm, join the parade. Together we're unstoppable, never outplayed. MPTV news starts now. Listen up, learn it, live it, love it, never give up. We're Mountain Points, maroon and gold in our soul. Say it loud, say it clear, we've got control.
Hi everyone, I'm Milan.
And I'm Riley. Thanks for joining us.
Here's what's happening.
From solving challenging problems to mentoring peers, one student, Alpha Theta, has turned a passion for math into something much bigger than the classroom. Through club involvement, deep thinking, and hours of practice, they're building not just skills, but resilience and confidence along the way.
Well, when I was a freshman, my math teacher, Mr. Amir, said, "You want to go to a math competition with us?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, that sounds fun." And I went, and it was fun. I make the question a lot simpler. If the question's like, test all these numbers, I only test one of them. I've been to a few. We have the ones at school. Those ones are really fun because they're just nice and easy, very casual. We go to the Math League press competitions, I think they're called.
While students lead the charge, the foundation of Alpha Theta is built by a passionate teacher who guides, inspires, and creates a space for curiosity to grow.
I'm Mr. Vermeer. I'm the mathematics department chair, and I'm the sponsor of Mu Alpha Theta, the Mathematics Honor Society. I think as a child I was confused by the world, and sometimes I tried to make sense of it. And with patterns, whether they were shapes or colors or different things, trying to make sense of those, and then understanding that there were numbers that also made sense, and then gradually just learning more and more about how we measure the world, how we quantify and understand at a deeper level what's going on around us. Keep working towards it. Everybody hits a wall. Sometimes it's the kid who in first grade doesn't learn how to multiply as fast as everybody else. But that's okay. Everybody runs into that. For others, it's algebra or something. Everybody hits that. It's just a question of what do you do when you hit that barrier.
Do you have any final words you want to say about Alpha Theta?
Hey, you know, we put chaos in order this year, so join up next year and you get to be part of this team.
Math students are getting a spotlight for how smart they are.
I would describe that trip as a whirlwind because while we were in St. Louis for our national competition, there was like a tornado, and it was maybe the worst tornado that St. Louis has had in a long time. So we didn't know that, but at our hotel the power went out and we had to shelter in place, which is pretty crazy. And our competition actually moved location a couple times. So there's a lot of uncertainty, but in the end, you know, we pulled through and prevailed over the circumstances.
Turns out a tornado hitting the power lines doesn't keep your power on, and most of St. Louis was out of power, so we couldn't go to Washington University and instead had to go to middle school to take the math competition.
Our team got 7th place out of 90 schools in attendance. It was really cool. And then our senior, Joshua McBride, got 10th place. Coming in? There he is.
Yes.
Josh got 10th place out of a lot of people, both in person and online, so we're super proud of him.
Our campus has lots of talented people. I got a chance to see some of them finishing up their awesome art projects for the art show that happened last week. I went in person to show off the final projects, and some of my art pieces were there too. Let's take a look. What's the importance of the art show?
The importance of the art show is to showcase all of our young artists at Mountain Point High School, and so that everybody can see what amazing talent we have at this school. And it's also a fun way of promoting our art classes to everybody else, so that maybe if there's a few students that never thought they would take an art class, or maybe they didn't think they could do it or that it would be fun, maybe from going to the art show they'll be more encouraged to sign up for an art class.
want to talk about art, creativity, and what gets you there, and who you want to be. This is art I made. I did it digitally, and I drew it by hand. Do you have a faint memory of you coloring in a book, or just drawing a little picture for fun? All the scribbles of colors and the poorly made characters, that's art. Art is not just drawing, it's cooking, filming, composing, etc. I like it because of the creativity, the color schemes, and trying out different things. When I see other people's art, I don't judge. Either if it's good or bad, I still give feedback to those who draw, or makes them just beyond their limit. I love drawing. I mean it, and sometimes I take it seriously. I like to make things how they should be, and if people seem to disrespect it, I sometimes lose this feeling like I should just never show anyone my art or just stop. But there's that little spark in my heart, and it's passion, and it's telling me to keep going. So don't let anyone tell you how your art is. Ignore it, and just keep being creative. Because that's what art is. Art isn't just something you draw on. It's a piece of you. It's a part of your life. So whenever you're drawing something digitally, remember, that art, that's your life. It's what makes you who you are.
Up next is another talented group. The choir concert happened in the orchestra room last Friday. Let's listen.
We don't need a rap, keep the show on the road.
Go further. It takes all that to be just what I am. Here comes our
That looks so much fun. Such loud tunes and an excited audience. Even if you weren't there, you got to see how fun it was. Too bad choir's not going to be here next year. There was so much amazing voices.
What's your post-high school plans? Amari went out and asked seniors questions about their plans.
Hey, I'm Amari. Now I'm a senior. What are y'all doing next year?
After high school, I want to do kinesiology.
Okay, what's that?
Kinesiology is like pretty much just physical therapy. You know, I want to do that because I want to help out people and make sure they're healthy to do any sports.
After high school, just gonna become a firefighter. Enjoy my summer, then just go straight to the academy, then hopefully just become a firefighter.
I wish you the best of luck.
I'll be going to U of A to study criminology.
Okay, what's that?
It's just the study of like crime and behavior.
Okay, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
I plan to go to community college for 2 years to do my main courses, and then after that go to university to get my master's in psychology and sociology to become a therapist and maybe work in the mental hospital. Yeah.
I wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you.
After high school, I'm going to be an ultrasound tech.
What's that?
Ultrasound tech is where you are in a hospital room with a pregnant woman and you're going to be scanning the belly of that woman to see the baby and how big it's getting.
Okay, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Whether it's college, careers, or chasing dreams, our seniors are headed in every direction.
One thing for sure, they're not standing still.
And how do juniors feel about being seniors next year?
With only a couple of weeks left of school, I asked the juniors how they feel about being seniors next year.
I feel really excited to be a senior because I have a lot of cool classes and I get to go to school later than I usually do, so I get to sleep in, and I think it's just going to be really fun to meet new people.
I'm excited to be a senior next year because I get to take a lot of classes that I like, but I'm also kind of scared because it's college applications and stuff like that, but it's exciting.
I'm honestly really excited. I'm just ready to get out of here.
This is MPTV, and I'm Karan.
Freshmen are getting ready to be sophomores next year. This year's show went by fast.
From nerves to new friends, it's been a year first. We asked freshmen what they liked most about their first year at Mount Point, and here's what they had to say.
What were your favorite moments during your first year of high school?
My favorite moments was when we won against Desert Vista High School. It was 30-0, and that game was full of great moments.
My best moments were the classes that I took.
The basketball season.
My favorite moment was going to prom as a freshman.
My favorite moments were probably when I was running in student council because it was really fun and it promotes a collaborative and competitive space, which is good for schools.
1 year down, 3 to go, but this class of freshmen is already making their mark. From first days to finding their place, class of 2028, they're off to a great start.
There's a new energy on the field at Mount Point. The spring scrimmage, exciting. Coach John Roberts is bringing fire and a whole new spirit of brotherhood. Grinding every day for a month, learning a brand new playbook. Every rep matters as competition heats up to shape the depth chart. Summer means everyday practices and tournaments. Then the pads come on. This fall, we're coming strong.
Now here are some highlights from Threads. Here's Vakaba with the story.
Hello everybody, this is Vakaba Sase with MPTV News. Today we're looking at the Threads Resource Center. Threads provides clothing, shoes, hygiene items, and school supplies to teenagers for school internships and job interviews.
So at the beginning of the year, I kind of came up to the lady and said, hey, how can we help as a school here in my class? So she was very for it, and we actually go through all the clothes, we hang them up, we stock the shelves, we do vacuuming, but all these skills help them to get jobs. So they're getting all of these things and they can actually write them on their resume.
This is Vakaba with MPTV News, signing off.
Remember, Threads are open on Tuesdays and Thursdays after school and during 7th hour at 2:30.
Finals week is here and the pressure is real. But what if there were smart ways to study that actually work? Well, let's ask a teacher what tips they can give for students.
Students can prepare for their final exam by using their study guide that's provided by their teachers. One tip I give is set 15 minutes aside, answer as many questions as you can as if you are taking the actual test. Go take a break for a few minutes, come back to it, do the same thing until you have the entire guide done. And good luck.
Thank you, Ms. Party. Finals can impact your semester grades significantly, so it is important to not only create a study plan, but also to find your study style. Maybe you can draw diagrams, use flashcards, or even Kahoot. Up next, we have our counselor, Miss Ryan.
Well, grades are important for a variety of reasons. First and foremost, grades are important so that you can graduate on time. Passing all of your classes ensures that you graduate on time as a senior, and also so that you don't have to take credit recovery or pay for summer school. Grades are also important because depending on what you have planned for after high school, you want decent grades in order to be able to get scholarships, in order to be able to play NCAA sports or NAIA sports. So grades are important for a lot of reasons. So everyone should always be striving to at least pass and to do the very best.
Thank you. Finals do not have to be stressful when you have a plan. Study smart, stay balanced, and finish strong. Healthy habits can be a good reason for doing well on your finals because they directly support your body and brain. Coming up, we have Coach Smith, and he's going to talk a little bit more about brain health.
Your proteins, if you're a friend of fish, salmon is always good, so I would recommend something in that category.
Are there any specific nutrients or food groups that are particularly beneficial for brain health?
Iron is good, a little bit of mercury, not a lot, but a little bit of that. Even some fat is good for the brain because our brain is 3% fat, so just a balanced diet would be good for your health or your brain.
Thank you. Grades are important because they reflect what we've learned and can impact our future opportunities. Finals count toward those grades, so doing well on them helps show our full potential.
Now let's talk about how students study for their finals.
It's finals week, and students are under a lot of pressure. Here's some study tips to relieve some of that stress.
I study by writing down some flashcards.
Do you recommend studying?
Definitely. It makes you feel confident when taking the test, and it can help you memorize things better.
How long do you study for?
I'd say I'd study for an hour or two.
Do you think the library is a good place to study?
I definitely think the library is a good place to study. We have a lot of relaxing, comfy chairs that they can sit in. We have tables that you could do group work in and group studying. And we have a quiet room called the conference room. So if you really want some quiet to yourself, you can go in there.
That's all for now. Good luck on your finals.
Hey seniors, I can't believe the year is already over. It was such a great time spending it here all with you guys. Before we graduate, there's a few things that you need to remember. Graduation is on May 29th in the Carl Kiefer Stadium. Gates open at 6 p.m., but the ceremony starts at 7. We recommend getting there early so you have good seats in the stands because it does get full pretty quickly. Don't forget, there are 2 mandatory senior meetings coming up. On Tuesday, May 27th at 9 a.m., last names A through K, and at 10 a.m., last names L through Z. In the cafeteria, this is for graduating students only. Graduation practice is also mandatory, and that will be held on Thursday, May 29th at 7:30 a.m., and students will need to check in at 7:15 a.m. in the gym lobby. Make sure you check with your counselors to make sure that you're following all the required guidelines for graduations, including cords and soles from outside organizations. That's all we have for you. Can't wait to see you guys all at graduation. Roll Pride for the last time for me.
Goodbye to all seniors. It was great having you here. We sure will miss you. Thanks for joining us. Stay strong, make good decisions.
Have a good summer, and see you next year. Never forget to
Roll Pride!